The Eastern Conference Semifinals continue here on 2K Sports, Game 2. And tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Look at the Cavaliers. Well, here they are walking in the door. We know they're hungry to even the score after losing game 1. But listen, they're going to have to do it on the road.
And these fans are not going to go easy on it. There is going to be a lot of noise to tune out in this one. Hopefully, they're up to the task.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And look, this is a shot you can't give to Robinson because he loves shaking free from the corner.
Pass to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can still afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A physical play by Duran at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Now here's Harden. Allen passes to Harden. Screen by Allen. Pulls up. Harden, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Cunningham for 3. And it's Wade with the rebound. It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
2 on the clock. Robinson. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
Both shots good from the stripe.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Duran. Harris outside. Shoots over Mobley. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Thompson against Allen. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Harden to pass to Mitchell. Allen trying to break free, and they pick up 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved, the team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys, back to you.
On the run. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look now for Cleveland. Tyson's checked in. And it's Sam Merrill in for Wade. And so here's Cleveland. Puts up a 3. Harden, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Detroit. Jenkins comes in for Duncan Robinson.
For your Pistons, Kevin Herter Jenkins.
For Detroit, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Herter kicks to Harris. Pass to Jenkins. Now, here's Cunningham. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
1:16 left in the first. Mitchell with the bounce pass. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Harden's got his second bucket tonight. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Jenkins the pass to Durham. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late, and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jared Allen comes in for Evan Mobley. And Strus is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. And here's Harden for 3. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons leading. It's Cunningham with the drive.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And a deep 3 from Harden. And another miss by Cleveland.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
4 seconds left. Here's Herter. That one, no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Pistons lead by 6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference Semifinals. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Jared Allen grabs the miss. You know, Stan, Kevin Herter is a pretty big celebrity in his old high school.
Well, for good reason, Kevin. I mean, this is a guy who's risen to great success in the NBA. And so when he goes back home, everybody wants to be the next Kevin Herter. Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Cavaliers moving the ball around. Stewart against Allen. Shot clock at 5. Driving to the basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Robinson's checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Jenkins. Dean Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. And Duncan Robinson, one of the more efficient three-point marksman coach in this league.
Yeah, look, Kevin, Duncan Robinson built his game around his three-point shooting, and the threat of the three has drawn more defensive attention, and Duncan Robinson has learned to make plays for other people based on the defense that he sees a much improved all-around basketball player.
And to the sidelines we go as we catch you up on the story about Asar Thompson. Hey, Allie, what have you heard?
The head athletic trainer for the Pistons provided some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
Yeah, we put so much effort into injury prevention in the NBA, but injuries are still going to happen. That's just the unfortunate part of the game.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The Cavaliers trail by 13. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nobody near Schroeder. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Guys?
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. The first free throw is good. We know Dennis Schroeder is a great pro, Stan, but he might be even better playing internationally.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right, and there's a few guys like that. We saw it with Dennis Schroeder, that when they're playing for their country, maybe it's the role they have or the confidence that their teammates and coaching staffs have in them at that level, but Dennis Schroeder takes over when he's playing for Germany.
Now, here's Cunningham. 12 points for him. Duran, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Harden outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. One of the toughest teams for certain this season. They've hit the 60-win mark.
And fantastic team play. They've been fairly fortunate with good health along the way, adapting to everything that's been thrown at them. This group is a top contender, no doubt, for a deep playoff run.
And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
Evan Mobley.
1:09 left here in the second. Harden dishes to Mitchell. Wade kicks to Harden. Mitchell outside. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Cunningham. Basket counts. Cunningham's got 16.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
Harden outside. Here's Mitchell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 6.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Duran. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Here's Harden out to Wade. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. Robinson for 3. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break? Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for joining us for postseason basketball. Clearly, guys, the second half going to be a tough task for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. Do you guys agree they're looking very confident at this point?
Yeah, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing like me tonight, TCB, taking care of the business.
Well, I'm not sure what business you're talking about, Shaq, but I do agree with you. The message in the locker room is just simple. Don't let up. Finish off this game.
And still a half to go, but you get a sense the momentum is strongly in their favor. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference Semifinals. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And it's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. Mitchell outside. And he banks in the layup. Mitchell's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Cavs.
And bursting through inside, so difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Duran with the screen on Wade. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Cavaliers shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. For three, Mitchell. Not gonna go that time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Thompson passes to Duran. And Duran slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Harden against Cunningham. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Pistons working the ball around now. Cunningham passes to Duran. And Duran slams it in.
Well, that is a solid screen by Duran. And then the big man rolls right into scoring position.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duran drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. After the basket by Detroit. Allen, that's good.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Cunningham outside. Out to Harris. Outside Robinson for the three. Good on the three-point shot. Robinson's got 11.
I mean, this is what Duncan Robinson does. He finds you points at the arc.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Three-pointer. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Allen.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Cunningham for three. And the three ball is good. Cunningham's got 19 points.
And Cunningham responds confidently at the other end.
Back to Harden. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now, here's Duran. He's got 10. Thompson for the triple. Good D by Wade. Launches a three, and another three for Cleveland.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jenkins, he's checked in for Cade Cunningham. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Merrill's checked in. Now here's Jenkins. Still scoreless. Down low, Duran. Outside for Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jenkins. Fires the three. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here is Harden. Back to Mitchell. From outside the arc. Harden, no good. Detroit leading by 17. Duran the pass to Thompson. 56 seconds left in the third. And Jenkins kicks to Robinson. Sinks the triple. Robinson's got 14 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
To Duran. And here is Jenkins. Here is outside. Outside Robinson. Thompson inside. He's defended by Merrill. Bombed up there from Donovan Mitchell. Climbs the ladder.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up. And so it's the Detroit Pistons finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in game 2. Here's Cunningham. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Wade. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Harden right side. Lets it go from deep. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Cunningham, and he finishes nicely on the way. Cunningham's got 21.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Pass to Strus. They get it again, and the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Thomas Bryant is checked in for the Cavaliers.
Number 3.
And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Nancy's checked in for Thomas Bryant.
Number 22, Larry Nance.
The wide open shot from Strus. And a miss there on the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Now here's Jenkins. Tight defense on him. That one falls.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Harden. Pass to Strus. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Tobias Harris is checked in for the Pistons. A switch here also for Cleveland. Mobley's checked in. Detroit leading by 17. Cunningham outside. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. From deep, Herter trains the three-pointer. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Nailed from three-point land.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Harris, here's Stewart. Jenkins with it, just 5 on the clock.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
Here's Tyson. Mobley outside. Puts it right back up and in.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Here's Harris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And we've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound, Detroit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle. Banked in off the glass.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here's Merrill. Good on the triple. Merrill's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
For the Pistons, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Jenkins. Here's Cunningham. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Whoa!
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for the Pistons.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And this is a team right now that is really playing with swagger.
Yeah, and anytime you can go up.
Oh, whoa!
That's just unfair.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mitchell. And now he jams Throws it right over Tobias Harris. Wow!
And how about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse.
How pretty was that? Athletic basketball with a little bit of flair mixed in. Harris's shot is good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
He had a nice open look right there.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Out to Harris. Pass to Robinson. The three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Yep, it counts.
The numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
And here's Cunningham. Here's the three. It falls.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.